Watch this little option play. Inside for the first down. Clayton getting it on a key play after an interception. And a couple plays later, they run it in for the touchdown to tie the ball game up at 6-6. Later on, after an onside fumble recovery, Fire Department works it down in the first quarter on a second down play. They run the option. Clayton turns it up. Fumble! Goes in the end zone. It's recovered by Rollerson for the touchdown. The extra point was converted, and our score is 13-6 right now at the half. Rob, it's been a fun first half to watch. I mean, the penalties weren't as bad as I thought. Let's take a look at the statistics of the first half, which will show you that the Fire Department pretty much dominated things. The only exception being for the Police Department was that 74-yard touchdown pass. But other than that, offensively, they haven't been able to really hang much on, either via the air or via the rush. They had that one long pass, Rob, and that was it. Other than that, 101 yards of total offense versus 139 for the Fire Department. Turnovers, edge right now for the Fire Department. They only had one. Neither team, and the defense at this time you would expect with these teams not having much time to practice. The defense should be ahead in a position like this because it's a little bit easier to understand defense in terms of coming up with a total offensive package and an offensive philosophy, and it's hard to especially to put a passing game together in a short period of time. So we shall see what happens the second half. The most important thing is we haven't had any injuries.
Very good. And that's where we want to end it.
Absolutely. Look, these guys are, all these guys have wives, families, the guys got careers, and, tearing an ACL right out here would put a lot of them out of business for quite a while. So we obviously wish them all the best out here. It's a hard physical ball game, and most of these guys in their 20s, some in their 30s, to be able to come out here and try to play this game, it can be tough. Haven't seen too many tongues wagging out too bad, though.
No, they look pretty much like they're ready to play some ball. And luckily there's enough players there, enough numbers there, they can shuttle people in and out.
They can get extra people in so that you're not trying to play Iron Man football.
All right, well, Bradford about to tee it up for the Cops. They'll be moving right to left. And we're ready to begin, and it's a little nosediver. It's loose. It's anyone's guess who will get it, and it looks like that the quarterback, Clayton, who played that right wing, came up with the football, but it was a nubber, as we like to say, or a knuckleball, and that sucker just kind of hung up there around the 40.
Well, that's an old-time kicker, though. He kicking it head on.
Well, Icky, as you see there, number 8, thought, oh, man, we had a chance of getting that football, but we've already seen a little trickery as the Fire Department had the onside kick in the first half, and it was successful.
It was successful, the most important factor of that.
And we have touched upon the win a little bit, like a crossing win that they've had to battle here in the first half. So the Fire Department will set up shop on their own 39-yard line with a 13-6 lead. Your quarterback is number 3, Clayton. Number 34 is your fullback, Maxwell Worthington, and it's Maxwell right up the middle. Maxwell inside the Police Department's into the field, 1st and 10.
Yeah, Maxwell up there for about a 14-yard pickup.
Let's go!
They have tried this play, and most of the time Clayton wants the ball back. This time he said, here, take it, and look at the hole.
Oh, yeah.
Finally, number 22, Robert Sheffer for the Police Department made the tackle, but not until a nice 13-yard jaunt.
Cox, the right tackle that time. Good job of blocking downfield. Actually, he's a right guard, but nevertheless, he did a great job of knocking a man out to be able to open some room up there for Maxwell.
This time they faked to Maxwell, to Worthington, who fumbles. Ball's loose. Looks like the Police Department has it. We have seen this happen a couple of times, and that's the dangers of running the option.
Absolutely.
Look like number 84 comes out with it. That is John Gullison. As you take a look at some of the fans watching today's ball game.
Second turnover of the ball game for the Fire Department. By the way, Clayton has been the star of the first half. He rushed 9 times for 87 yards. And Cullison has played quite a good ball game, too, for the Police Department at defensive end.
This time they fake it to Maxwell, and just goes off the fingertips of Worthington. And, boy, he slips and falls and Here comes Gullison coming up with the football. So let's see what the police department can do. Starting number 29, Rick Cutter as the quarterback. Instead of Ickes, it will be Cutter. He played the last couple of plays before the half. So little misconnection there at the snap, and then they hand off to number 44, Jason Wells. He's just smacked as soon as he gets the football. Not much going there. One of the guys making contact, 56, Kenny Martson, and we've called his name out quite a few times. The linebackers for the fire department, pretty darn active. They said he got back to the line of scrimmage, so it will be 2nd down and 10. Number 44, Jason Wells, is your fullback. They've been alternating their tailbacks. Cutter the handoff to the second man through, which is Randy Perkins. And Perkins bulls his way over the 45 down to the 44-yard line.
Picks up about 5.
The drum corps still making some noise here in the second half. During the halftime, they let the kids go out and participate in the old-fashioned punt, pass, and kick type competition for some of the youngsters that were here today.
Yeah, they had a nice halftime because they had some country western singers here.
3rd down, about 5 yards to go. High formation. Everybody. Exchange, bad exchange, but bounces right back in the quarterback's hands, and he's going to be about a yard shy. Boy, that was a thank you bounce, wasn't it? Well, I got the idea that the police department may be trying to keep this one on the ground a little bit more. What do you think?
Well, that certainly appears to be. I was watching Cutter throwing the ball before practice. Didn't really throw the ball all that well, so.
Well, Cutler is part of the Irving SWAT team units. He's been with Irving Police Department 9 years and said he played 3 years semi-pro ball. So Cutler will try to get his men enough yardage to get a first down.
Looks like he's calling an audible at the line, too. Looks like the fullback move.
Oh, nothing going. And who is it? Number 56, Kenny Martson, one of the first guys to make contact.
Kenny has played a good ball game.
Things just didn't get off to a very good start. Watch this again.
Not very well coordinated here.
No. The fullback really not knowing where to go, and he says, block, please. and there's number 56. Man. Also some help by number 47, Paul Wooten. But the play just did not develop from the onset. So the fire department will have their second opportunity in the second half with a touchdown lead and the football at their own 39.5. And the quarterback, Clayton, will just meander his way to the line of scrimmage or the huddle and say, let's take our time. Very methodic. 2 guys to the near side. Sometimes that means they'll run the option to the far side. Let's see what happens. Clayton fakes. Goes, nope, up the middle, Maxwell. Maxwell reels off 4. I noticed a pattern here, Lance, here in the second half. These guys are a little bit more conservative. And there's the trophy, the Irving 911 Bowl. Look at that baby.
Displayed in City Hall somewhere.
Playing for the trophy, but also playing to raise money.
Yeah, the winner here in this ballgame will be the Family Advocacy Center. It's got a nice crowd. We had some good tickets for the sale tickets for
raffles
and things. Yeah, this has been a well-organized event.
Clayton waits, turns right, hands to Maxwell, but nothing there. So the police department on the spot. Ben Berg, 54, one of the first to make contact. Also number 24, James Mitchell. Watch it again. It looked like Berg sniffed this one. Look at him. He just pushed his blocker back, and Maxwell
guard right there.
Yeah, Maxwell didn't have much room. You know, nothing changes. I mean, some of the level of competition may change, but football's football. You know, the line penetrates. Whichever side makes the penetration, they get the yardage.
It's a simple game, really, when you get down to it, blocking and tackling. 3rd down and about 5 yards to go.
Jay Clayton back to pass across the middle. Incomplete off the hands of his tight end, number 80, Miles Rollerson. And we saw that play work a couple of times in the first half. This time, Rollerson just didn't make the play on this. He knows it. He's mad at himself.
Well, and I think he got handcuffed a little bit with us, too.
Handcuffed?
I know. If not,
Okay, sorry.
Well, hey.
You didn't mean to say that, though, did you?
No. I could lie, but I won't.
Oh, we're having so much fun. 9-13.
And that's the important thing is that everybody here seems, you look at a lot of smiling faces. Everybody seems to be having a good time.
Money, number 6, who does all the kicking duties, has a little rush that time, but gets off a dandy.
Oh, that's nice.
A tail dragger. And it will bounce at the 20 inside to about the 15. That was a pretty kick.
Well, it was, and the thing is, the wind caught it and just kind of pulled it across the field there. Again, the wind blowing across the field today from west to east at right around 25 miles an hour. And
well, let's see if Cutler stays in at quarterback. I see him in there. Number 29, 44, Jason Wells. Looks like he will remain in at fullback. The police department, if you kind of size things up, you look at some of their offensive linemen, the police department seems to have a bigger guys in the line, but maybe not quite as fast.
Yeah, Ickes is still on the sidelines. He has the baseball cap on.
Okay, so Cutler brings him up. Wells, the fullback. Number 21, now they have Clark in at tailback, and he ran a lot in the first half. They kind of alternated. Cutler gives to Wells, and not much going.
Well, they just haven't been able to do squat on the ground today.
No, Jason, 6'1", 243. He's been with the police department 3.5 years. He said he was an All-American defensive tackle at Western Connecticut. Played 3 years with the Canadian Football League as a linebacker. Both he and his wife from Connecticut. Kind of Yukon colors, as a matter of fact, that blue. 7:54 in the third quarter.
Played up there where they give them rouges out, huh?
Yeah. Police department still trying to find something that will work offensively. Cutler, straight back, rocks, fires, has a man complete on the far sideline. Big number 94, Jeff Allen. What a target. I would not want to tackle Mr. 94.
No, not at all.
Allen, watch again. Cutler just straight back, really didn't even fake it. Just says, come on, guys, block for me. A little down and out that time, and there was Allen. And then it was a tough go to try to tackle him. He pushed out of bounds by sturdy number 1, first man on defense. So the police department, they get a first down.
It's first down here of the second half, too, for either team.
Let's see if they go to Clark in the backfield. Wells with the lead block. Clark hit behind the line, and he's able to maybe get a couple of yards out of that. Number 95, Nick Franco for the fire department with the tackle.
Nick with a good job out there.
Yes, sir. The running game just really not clicking. Nick, one of the paramedics playing today, who likes to hunt and fish. And I like his comments about the game. Hope everybody is safe and has fun.
There you go.
It's a good outlook. So it's second down and 10. Not much room for Clark on that last play. Safeties for the Fire continue to stay back. This time they go to Wells. Wells fumbles. Ball's loose and the fire department has it. Wells trying to make just a little extra out of that. Has the ball plucked out of his paw, and number 95, Nick Franco, recovers the football. Watch it again, Lance.
Well, he just gets popped real good, like you say here. He has both hands over it, but boom. And again, it's number 52 that stripped him out of it.
Yeah, Eddie Smith. Eddie Smith with the strip job.
Eddie Smith did a good job of just yanking that ball out of him because he had it covered up with both hands. Not like he was out there holding it like a proverbial loaf of bread. He just yanked it away from him.
So the police department, they find themselves again in that position to where they can't let anything happen. They see the fire service with the football, and they're into the field, and they're already down by a touchdown.
Yep.
Clayton to Maxwell. He keeps it. Clayton fakes the pitch, keeps, gets 5, 6, maybe almost 8 or 9 yards. Nice burst of speed by Clayton.
Yeah, he does have that good quickness, doesn't he?
That's really been the key in this ball game, is the way Clayton has been able to run the offense for the fire department. They've been pretty basic as far as they throw the ball maybe to basically keep you honest, but when he runs the option and he gets that corner, he's been averaging, a good 5, 6, 7 yards a pop.
Well, and that's the thing, to find somebody quick enough to be able to run the option like this at these guys' ages.
2nd and 1. He gets about 9 out of that. One receiver on each side of the field. Clayton, the southpaw, wants to go for it all. Far sideline, incomplete. Tried to hit helmet money, streaking down the sideline. He had a couple of steps back there on Graham Smith, who was playing the corner for the police department. Watch it again, Lance.
Well, the ball is a little overthrown. Had it been on the money, we'd have had 6 points. Nice little fade. Good coverage, though.
Yep, he was there.
Good coverage defensively by Graham Smith.
And it's a changing of the guard down on the field, as also the MacArthur Drum Corps in attendance today. So the Nimitz Drum Corps will relinquish their duties, as you see the MacArthur band members. I like that, too, to get the community involved, get some of the kids from the local high schools. So this is what we've got, folks. We've got about a 3rd down and 1 for the fire department, who I believe utilized their first timeout of the second half, so they'll have 2 more to go. We're playing 15-minute quarters. They let the clock roll unless there is a timeout, or once we get underneath that 2-minute barrier, where they actually do, if it's incomplete, they stop the clock.
Right.
And I'm sure they're thinking here is, hey, if we have the opportunity to, put one more on the scoreboard, then we'll be in good shape. One of the police officers on the sideline getting some attention. Ignali, number 6. Had him wrapped up a little bit. Here's back on the play. Clayton going left. Pursuit is there, but I believe he might have had enough to get the first down.
Good tackle by Dahl on the back end of that. And we have our first injury.
Well, Dahl with the tackle for the police department. There is a man down. Let's watch it again. But Shea Clayton, he's been doing this the entire ball game.
It could be Clayton who's injured.
Could be. I don't see him up anywhere.
In which case, that would be a huge loss to the fire department, because he has been their offense.
Well, it's the battle of the drum corps below us as they take a look at their starting quarterback, number 3, Shea Clayton. This is
there you see somebody else with a
that's
dislocated shoulder there.
Yeah, Vignali, number 6. They were trying to wrap him up around his jersey, but then he decided he better.
Or maybe a broken collarbone or something there too.
Well, let's hope it's maybe just a sprain or something.
Let us hope.
Yeah, just putting some ice on him. He's stretching
I'd
his
much
arm.
rather be more dramatic about this. We're trying to add some drama to this.
I'm sorry, Lance.
He's got a broken collarbone.
He put his body on the line.
Well, all these guys are. I mean, it's a hard physical football game. When you get out on the field, accidents can happen anytime, even in flag football for that matter. And there,
It is Clayton.
Maybe it's got his bell rung.
Well, it's easy to happen, isn't it?
Sure. And
you get flung to the ground and have some guy land on you.
If we got a chance to re-show that again, right at the very end, it looked like maybe a couple of flying bodies came in, and you know how it's always that second or third hit that sometimes was. Watch the very end of this play. Once he hits the ground, some more bodies.
Right there.
Bam! Right there is where he gets hit. Yep.
Well, that may have gotten a knee on him there too by the back man there.
Yep.
Good to see him up and walking under his own power, and obviously a little woozy at this point.
Mm-hmm.
May not know where he is at this point.
Yeah. What stadium are you at? The Cotton Bowl? Sit down.
I've had those moments myself. I've had it in here in the booth too, by the way. Not even being hit, it's just me.
Okay, he got the first down, so it'll be first down and 10. So now substituting will be Larry Miller. Larry Miller, number 4. 3 years with the department. He's an EMT as well. Fakes, keeps, and gain tackled after a couple of yards.
And that's the thing here with, you barely have enough time to run the first team quarterback to help him learn the offense and plays. And then when a second team guy goes in here like Miller or Cutter, you even have the offense even has more problems.
Yeah, he looks a little groggy. He'll shake it off by tomorrow. What do you think?
Yeah. He'll shake it out in front of his easy chairs. We're going to shake it out.
Ouch. He did take a hard hit, though. Second down, 8, 3:50 left to go in the third quarter. 13-6, Fire Department leading, and they've got the football, and they're threatening again. Larry Miller, back to pass. The righty, little crossing pattern behind his intended receiver, number 6, Helmet Money. So that's twice now that he did that. But try to hit the crossing pattern, couldn't make it work. Threw it a little bit behind him. Of course, you're asking Miller to step right in there and pick up for where Clayton was.
Actually, number 4 is Jay Taylor.
Jay Taylor. Great, good for that update.
Larry Miller is wearing number 22.
Now we know who 22 is.
There you
go. All right, excellent. Taylor going for it, end zone.
Oh, almost there.
That's Larry Miller, number 22.
There you go.
That was a sweet play.
No, it was almost a sweet play.
Watch it again. Jay Taylor to Larry Miller. Plenty of time. Nice little loft on the ball.
Oh, man.
Close.
Yeah.
Jeff Swan on the coverage. So Money's going to try field goal.
Be about, 33 yards?
Yeah, 33, 34 yards.
Again, strong crosswind.
Nice snap, nice hold. Line drive.
Yow. Just a little bit no good.
That's like those free kicks in soccer. The line drive for everybody like ducks.
Yeah.
So once again, the police department hanging in there. Boy, they have been thrown all sorts of adversity in this ball game defensively.
Well, offensively now they've really had their problems here in the second half, both teams. So it's going to be one of these field position type of ball games and turnovers. And the Fire Department thus far has played the much better defense, with the exception of that first play.
All right, Cutler. Looks like he will be the man at the helm here in the second half. Cutler fakes, rolls, passes, and we've got a flag thrown.
I would say that's offensive pass.
Think so? Against Jeff Allen?
I would.
Well, 23 on the coverage.
Looked like he cut in front, and it looked like it is.
Well,
ineligible receiver downfield.
Well, did he not check in?
I guess not.
Let's see what happened. Here's the play again. Yeah, but nice play. You're right, by 23, Rayford.
Yeah.
And Allen was calling for the interference, and in turn, the ineligible receiver. So that'll move them back 10. And we talked about field position just a play prior.
Yeah.
It's not the direction the police department wanted to go.
Blows that all to heck.
Yes, it does. I saw Cutler talking to some fans on the sideline, saying something like he'd like to run the option. Trips far side. One single setback as well. Cutler across the middle, incomplete. Had a man there for a second. Tommy Scheifel overthrew him. Some of the firemen, paramedics with a breather. That's the offensive unit, by the way.
The guys you hope never come to your house, but if they do have to come, you're darn glad they're there.
Absolutely. 2:22 left in the third quarter. Second down, about 17 or so for the police department, and Cutler in this offense trying to find something that'll click. Fire department linebackers edging up just a tad. 3 men far side. The handoff was, the snap was bobbled just a tad, but hey, how many times have we seen that to where it turns into a big game?
It turns into a 10-yard pickup.
Yeah. Watch it again. Cutler just had the ball go right out of his hands. You watch the fire department, they all just swarmed right to it, and Cutler picked it up and ran right up the middle. So it's 3rd down and about 4.
Joel Brockett in on the stop that time.
Last couple of times, the Cops have put 3 men to the far side of the field. They're going to do it again. Perkins just moved in motion. Leaves a single setback. Wells will sit back and block. Cutler will throw, and it's broken up.
With the face only a mother could love. Look at Cutter one more time here. Good defense. No place to throw, really.
No. That time the linebackers came back and just swarmed it.
Eddie Smith was the linebacker that time.
Had nowhere to go. So Joe Bradford, who handles all the kicking duties for the police department, will try to punt this one away. Nice snap. Pretty good kick against the wind. Fair catch, signaled far and made by Kevin Sturdy at his own 43.5-yard line.
Actually, Sturdy had a lot of running room.
He did. Probably didn't realize how much room he did have. So we've got...
Probably just glad not to fumble the football.
Exactly. Exactly, as the drum corps continues to put on a show for the folks. 54 seconds.
Try to drum up some support here. Drum up some offense.
Yeah. We could use some O, couldn't we?
Well, we did in the first quarter, and all of a sudden the defenses have taken over. Ickes, by the way, is in at defensive tackle now.
He says, well, if I can't throw the football anymore, I'll just throw some bodies around.
Whack some people.
Yeah. Handoff up the middle.
Fumble. And
the police department once again. Man. Well, they went to Maxwell, and Maxwell was popped, and the police department comes up with a turnover. Let's see who caused that one this time.
Third fumble here.
Maxwell gets out of that one.
55.
He just strips the ball out of his pocket. Scott Bromley.
Yep.
84.
And then number 84 recovers, Collison, for the police department. So
Gullison's played a good football game here today. That's like the second fumble he's recovered.
Well, if you're the police department, you have a trick play up your sleeve. It's time to unveil it. Could be the last play of the third quarter. Cutler back to pass, complete, a few yards. Ooh, nice stick, and he fumbles. Oh my, Tommy Scheifel was just nailed at the 35-yard line. Ouch. Cutler's in there saying, wait a minute, wasn't he down? Wasn't his knee down? I don't think he's going to get that call. Oh, man. Well, that ended the third quarter, and what a way to end it.
Yeah, it's kind of how it's been going here in the third quarter.
Look at Scheifel there. He just right about here as he ducks his head.
Well, this is the second time he's fumbled in the ballgame after a catch. First time he recovered for a touchdown. The second time it was a turnover.
And it was recovered by Kevin Sturdy, so some more banged-up bodies on the sidelines.
There you go.
That is Ickes. Yeah.
It's rough in the trenches, isn't it?
Yes, most definitely.
And while we got a moment here, as we change to the fourth quarter, let's tell you about the good folk who bring you the ball game of the week on ICTN each week. They, of course, are sponsors. As always, they are Gerald Stavely, a charter sponsor in his dry cleaning of the game of the week on ICTN since we started putting these broadcasts together back in the 1950s. And also by the Baylor Medical Center in Irving, affiliate of the Baylor healthcare system, which would make sense.
Well, we have finished three quarters. Ready for the fourth and final. 13-6. The fire department with the lead and the football after another turnover. by the police department. So, I mean, you come to expect something like this when you get this stage of the ball game. You get a little, that focus.
Is that it?
Is unfocused.
You're gassed.
I'm covering for him.
No. There you go.
Jay Taylor in a quarterback. Jay hands off to Worthington, and not much go there. Noticed a lot of good support by fellow employees, fellow workers of the fire service and police department, too. See a lot of Irving Fire Department and paramedic T-shirts out in the stands tonight and this afternoon. Guys in the stands probably going, man, I'm glad that's not me out there.
Oh, exactly. You know, you watch the guys on Sunday from your easy chair, and they're so good, and they make it look so easy, and you think you can go out and do it.
Wrong.
That's why they're pros, and these guys are firemen and policemen. I mean, no offense, but if they could earn, millions of dollars a year, they'd rather do it.
Look at Taylor go. Taylor pops off a tackle, is knocked out of bounds around the midfield stripe.
All right.
Wow.
There you go.
Jay Taylor substituting in for Shea Clayton, who's
about a 13-yard pickup here.
who took one on the noggin and is a little woozy right now, and Jay Taylor comes in his place, but it's still the same offense, and it's still basically the same calls that's really working for the fire department. So.
And that's their first down of the second half. Well, that's a hard head play that time. This lowers the shoulder on Robert Schaefer that time. This kind of bowled Schaefer over as he plunged over for the extra 4 yards.
So it's 1st down and 10. The ball almost at the 50-yard line. Here we go, option near side. Taylor keeps. Oh, he tries to pitch, and he goes out of bounds, and the police department asking for a forward lateral on that one.
Well, you can't have a forward lateral. It's a forward pass. Which would be an ineligible forward pass.
And they're talking about it.
No, they're saying he was down. But I can understand. Now the flag comes down. Yeah.
Illegal forward
lateral.
lateral.
Forward pass.
Yeah.
Well, there's no such thing as a forward lateral. It's a forward pass.
Watch it right about here. Doink.
Yeah, he tried to throw it forward.
So back we go. Hey, he's dressed up.
So they lose a yardage, and they also lose the down.
So back it goes to about the 44. Knows the football, almost hitting the 45-yard line.
I think that's a loss of down, too, isn't it? No, they didn't. Okay, it's 1st and 15.
The thing about Taylor, it's always easy to see from up here. If he'd have pitched a little sooner, Worthington would have had the sideline.
I'm sure he appreciates you saying that, too.
Twins to the top side. Back to the eye they go. Cobb's moving in the middle just a little bit. Taylor going to pass, and it's almost intercepted. It goes, a couple of the safeties came up to make the play. Went right over their heads and almost right into the hands of Larry Miller.
Got to have a little bit of luck in this world.
Oh, yeah.
Taylor throws a pretty good ball here, though.
Yeah, right there you looked at Bradford, number 40, who came over, thought he could make a play on the ball, went right over his hand and almost landed in Miller's pocket. So it's 2nd and long. Same formation. They've been pretty basic.
Got to.
Taylor over to Miller. The catch and grab. Miller breaks a couple of tackles. A little fire plug.
And a flag.
Gosh, I was trying to use my fire department play on the words. Oh. Well, you see a game like this and you go, wow, why couldn't the refs just let them play? But sometimes you got to keep things in check.
That's a face mask.
Yep.
I mean, it's against the rules, for goodness
sake.
sakes.
You got to call it. Got to go with the flow.
Now is it a 5 or a 15?
12:23 left to go in the ball game. And the fire department, they've moved the football. They've had the opportunity to get inside the police department's territory time and time again, but they really haven't found that one play to break things open. As you take a look at some of the fans watching here at the stadium. So it's 2nd down and 2. Now, the last time they got in this scenario to where they were a chance to second short, they tried to go for the gusto. Miller to the near side as Jay Taylor now running the offense. And yes, back to pass he goes. The pressure's on. He evades one, throws across, intercepted. Picked off by number 10, Kevin Hamraw. Well, Jay Taylor running to the near side had Jeff Allen, number 94, and a host of police department defensive linemen just breathing down his neck. And Kevin Hamraw was there to make the INT. Watch Taylor again. And Taylor just kept it and kept it and kept it, and Allen was right there in his grasp. And then when he decided to make the toss, there's Hamraw. Nice play for the police department. So I'm telling you, Hamraw, who plays or is also a tactical officer and former SEAL, I understand, was there for the play. So if you're a police department fan, you're hoping to see if these guys can somehow come up with a play that will work.